Well, everybody, you know what? I can't believe I'm actually saying this. I was wrong. I was extremely wrong in being a little bit too quick to judge the brand new Sony ZV-E1. I know in my last video I posted here a few days ago, I was talking about how I don't really understand who this camera's for, but after watching a lot of videos about it to really see how effective the AI technology is inside of it, I get it now. It's not for me, but I get it. Now, obviously, you know, I can't go over the camera as a whole because I don't have one here to test with me, but from everything that I've seen from, from the likes of, Terry Warfield, Sarah Dietschy, Kai, the big camera YouTubers here or tech YouTubers here on the platform, there are a lot of features of this camera that for the right person, I think could be a definite game changer, especially if you are a solo creator that could really change the game for you. Now, I'm sure that some of you out there have heard about this awesome little 4K webcam. It's called the Insta360 Link. It's an amazing little pan-tilt zoom camera, it really is. And what's cool about it is that it has AI functionality built into that as well, to where if you make a little hand gesture, I think it's an L or something like that, you can actually move away from the camera and it will intelligently keep you in frame and digitally zoom in to where you're at, to where you're always like in the center, or at least, your people are able to see your face a lot clearer whenever you step away from the camera. Like, let's say you're a teacher and you use that kind of camera for Zoom class meetings or something. Well, if you wanted to step away from the center of the camera, you can go to your chalkboard, whiteboard, whatever it might be, and you can zoom into it and everything like that, And what's cool about this ZV-E1 is that it has that same functionality built in. I think it's called like the intelligent frame or smart framing or something like that. It's pretty darn cool to where it's just that. It will keep you in the frame, it'll track your face and everything, and it will intelligently zoom in and zoom out based off where it sees you in the frame. And if you're a one-person crew and you want to get some dramatic, zoom ins or zoom outs based off where you might be in frame, or you're moving around a lot to showcase what you're doing, instead of you doing all of that manually in post, the camera will do it for you directly in body. So that is kind of cool. I believe it also has some options to bake in LUTs. You can either use the ones that are already predefined inside the camera itself, but I also believe you could upload your own as well. I'm pretty sure I saw a couple videos talking about that, but I'm also highly medicated right now because of my head cold, so I'll just take that L if I happen to see that that's not true. But, again, do I think you could spend your money a little bit better on a better camera? Yeah, sure. But for the right person, though, I think this is a good investment. I wish they could bring the price down a little bit, but with all the AI functionality, I do understand. But the cool thing, though, folks, is that since this camera has AI functionality built in, and it has extremely good, really reliable autofocus, at least from what I've seen from all these other videos here, is that they can implement that same type of AI and same type of autofocus functionality in current cameras that can support it, but more importantly, future cameras down the line. That's what I'm really looking forward to. And, people can always say AI is gonna make the world burn, right? Well, whenever it comes to cameras and stuff like this here, I actually welcome it. If it could help me make sure that my focus is always on point, if it can automatically identify the subject of what I'm trying to shoot to make sure that is what I'm focused on, that makes my life as a photographer, as a part-time videographer, it makes my life so much more simple. Especially, and y'all have probably seen this stuff here, right? Whenever you got your focus locked on somebody, but then somebody might not know you're taking a photo or video or something, and they walk in front of the camera to where the focus locks on them and starts to track them instead. Well, with this new ZV-E1, you can tell it who to lock on. Somebody can walk in front of the camera and it will stay locked on the person you told it to lock on. So for somebody like me that likes to do street photography, that would help me out a heck of a whole lot. Now, again, there is no EVF on this camera body, but it is a video focused camera. A video first and not photo first, to where this A7 IV, in my opinion, is photo first, but it has some really good video capabilities built in as well. So in a way, I get it, because 9 times out of 10, whenever you're taking a video, you don't hold the camera up to your eye, and unless you're that kind of person, just block everything else around you and just look through the eyepiece just to make sure everything looks good. I totally get that. There are creators out there that do that, and I understand it. I really do. So with all that being said, I will admit I was wrong. I did jump the gun a little bit too much and saying like, I don't know who this camera's for. I don't really know why you would spend your money on this whenever this camera exists alongside it. But again, now that I've seen some other videos out there from other creators, I get it. And I'm really looking forward to where this technology can take us going forward with new cameras coming out in the future. But hey, what do y'all think? Do me a favor, sound off below, and I will catch you guys and gals next time.